Let's go. I'm about to go off like a weapon. Fuel to the top, got a filled up engine. In my thoughts, obsession. I will not stop, no, I'm never second guessing. I got a God complex. Haters love to hate, but I never feel pressed. Got a lot on my plate, but I never get stressed. I'll take all the pressure like I'm acing this test. Tear it up like I'm Jason. I see the world like it's ready for the taking. I see this place like a game I'm playing. Straight to the bank to collect my payments. No negotiations, it's my way, I was born impatient. And like a damn Freemason, I'll run this nation.
They call me a god. They call me a god. They call me a god.
Hello guys, and welcome to my review of The Mandalorian, Season 3, Episode 3. I'm only doing a quick review and I didn't really set up my OBS and stuff because, yeah, this episode was kind of another letdown for me. I mean, I like the last episode, but I just feel like Bo-Katan kind of took away a lot of Din Djarin scenes, yeah. And sometimes I don't really realise that you actually call him Din Djarin instead of... I always call him Din Djarin or just the Mandalorian, so because I always know that I say his name once, so... Yeah, when you see the other Mandalorians in this episode, yeah. When they finally get to redeem themselves and become a part of the clan again, even Bo-Katan, since... I thought she actually took off a mask after helping the Mandalorian, but I think that was beforehand, when he... Like, before he actually ended up in the water and stuff, but yeah. I guess she's a Mandalorian too. And they just mainly focus on Gideon villains, and they kind of, for the most part, focus on Dr. Persin from the time when he was a part of Gideon's crew, and I guess Gideon's still alive and out there somewhere. And there's also like one of the other members. I always forget her name, but for this review, I'm just gonna call her Man Woman. So yeah, Man Woman wants to have like a partnership with Dr. Persin because he doesn't feel like he's been able to use his cloning research with the New Republic since that's where he is now. Because he wants to try give it a chance. He's even got, a backing, like people actually are, wanting to honor him and stuff, like he's getting all the attention, but he's still not really getting to do what he truly wants to do, because when he finds out that he can't really do what he was doing with Gideon, yeah, let's just say he has a second thought, so that's when he ends up working with the man-woman who wants to help him achieve what he wants to do by getting on the ship and stealing the things that can actually help him, make progress on his goal. But I just knew that, she was setting him up, it was obvious. I just hate how long this episode focused on flipping Dr. Persin, a character I had no care about. I just feel like they're trying to be more like Andor. I mean, that's not a bad thing, but with Mandalorian, I want fun. With Andor, I want story because they just write the best. They do it the best, man. Like, it got to the point where I was more focused on wanting to see more of the villains in Andor than, Andor himself or the Resistance. Because there was the most interesting parts, like actually making the Republic the most interesting parts in Andor. Like, they did such a good job, but when they tried to do it in this, with Gideon's ex-members, I didn't like it. Yeah, I didn't like it, man. Because they don't really have those kind of writers who can make those characters really interesting. And I guess the man-woman ends up betraying Dr. Persin to get like to get higher up or something. I mean, Dr. Persin was, in a way, didn't really want to truly stay in line because he's not really, getting to do what he actually wants to do. And it seems like it's really the man-woman who... the man-woman. Oh, God, because I forget her name, but I just don't really care, man. Yeah, because the man-woman ends up betraying him to get higher up, and he only listened to her because she was kind of motivating him to be able to get to that point where he'll go inside the base and steal the supplies, the samples. But then, she sets him up, he gets arrested, and then he kind of gets like some kind of brainwash thing that will wipe his mind to a degree. I mean, it tries to say it doesn't really wipe your mind, but that's what it basically does, yeah. And it just seems like the man woman's enjoying doing that. Like, she stays behind and just turns it all the way up. Like, damn. But I don't really care. I didn't really care about these characters. You're not Andor. Please don't do that again. And then they go back to at the end to see what happened with our characters, because at the beginning they end up getting chased by the rest of the Republic. Like, there tends to be like a whole group of them as well, to the point where I guess Bo-Katan was getting outnumbered, but then at least Mandalorian got to back her up and actually, to a degree, redeem himself for the last episode, because I just hate how the Mandalorian was so weak in the last episode. It annoyed me, man. How did he mess up like more than once? Bo-Katan had to save him more than once, man. It was just so dumb. But yeah, he at least to a degree saves Bo-Katan in this episode, but still, man. I just hate that we don't really get to see these characters for like a whole episode. Like, God. I mean, you get 10 minutes with Din Djarin and Bo-Katan and, you know, Groot. And then the rest of the episode's mostly, you know, Dr. Person and the Man-Woman. And then you see how that goes, and you go back to, you know, to the part where they escape for the last few minutes from the Republic, because they was chasing them down hard, but they was able to, you know, light speed and get away. Yeah. Then go back to Mandalore, well, where their new home is right now, and prove that they actually have the water to be able to be classed as, you know, being Mandalorian again. This is the way. Yeah. Get to see all the group of them, and I just wonder what they're gonna do with that now. Like, what are they gonna do now? I'm intrigued to see what they do with that story now, since they're actually all together. Even Bo-Katan, because her place gets destroyed, she kind of gets angry about it, and then it gets herself killed. But you know, Din Djarin saves her, and they just end up escaping. Yeah, and it makes me think, even if the Mandalorian didn't get help from Bo-Katan, I feel like Bo-Katan would have been screwed anyway. Yeah, I don't even know if she would have been able to escape, and would they have attacked before she got a chance to, you know, actually escape? And it looks like my phone's lagging a bit, but yeah. Other than that, it was just an average episode because I didn't really like who they was focusing on. You're not Andor. You can't do it as well as Andor, so please don't do that again. But even though they probably will, but yeah, if you're gonna do something like that, at least get the Andor writers. Like, I kind of wish some of the Andor writers were actually in this if they're gonna do stuff like that, because this season so far it's kind of let me down a bit. I mean, I really enjoyed the first episode. Second, because of how they treated Din Djarin. Third, the focus on characters the focus on characters I didn't care about. So yeah, we'll just see what they'll do now since all the Mandalorians are together. Yeah, but yeah, that's all I've got to say for now. Appreciate if you can leave a like. I'll see you in the next one. Peace.